Yes! Is anybody else as amped up for this shit as I am? Welcome everyone to Let's Play Final Fantasy VIII. Fucking right. Let's get this shit started, baby. I'm super excited. Hells to the yeah. How are you feeling? My head kinda hurts. No kidding? No kidding. Looks like your eyes are focusing. You should be fine. Say your name for me. So, first step. Main character's name is Squall for this game. I will not be changing his name, though I will be naming some things in this game. Foreshadowing. Why don't you take it easy in training? Next time, you might not be so lucky. Tell that to Cypher. That's Cypher. He won't listen to anyone. Why don't you ignore him? I can't just run away. You want to be cool, huh? Well, don't get hurt in the process. Let's see. Your instructor is Quistis. Oh, I'll call her now. Just wait here for a minute. I always had trouble telling if Dr. Katawaki was a dude or a chick, but I'm pretty sure it's a chick, but I'm still not 100% sure. I'll have to look at the sprite again. It's better detailed in this game, so it's harder to say. Anyway, Quistis, come get your student. His injury's not serious. It'll probably leave a scar. Right. Now, please come by. Yeah, so that opening FMV, the only part that was actually happening right before this part was the part between Cypher and Squall fighting. But anyway, so there's a BZ in the window. Who's this? We meet again. Huh. She looks cute. Could that be Quistis? Maybe? I don't know. God, these FMVs look fucking beautiful on the PC version. Oh, by the way, we are playing the PC version. I'll explain more as we go. Playing it on Steam, PC version. Hells yeah. Hey, Quistis. How's it going, baby? I knew it'd be either you or Cypher. Come on, let's go. Today's the field exam. Okay, let's go. So yes, I'm actually controlling him already. Anyway, Squall, is there something on your mind? There's always something on his mind. Not really. Hey, bitch, are you trying to mock me? Don't be mocking me, bitch. What's so funny? Funny? No, it's not that. I'm just happy. You're laughing at me. I feel like I'm beginning to understand my student a little, that's all. I'm more complex than you think. Then tell me. Tell me more about yourself. Oh, God. Women always want to talk. They always want to talk. One detail that, yeah, it's none of your business. One detail I want to point out real quick that you weren't able to see in the PS1 version of this game, or I should say you couldn't be able to really tell, is the part, or the thing, the fact that there's a bandage on Squall's head. You couldn't even see that on the PlayStation version of this game. Anyway, so this is the first location in the game. Yeah, imagine starting this game for the first time back when it came out and seeing that fucking these beautiful visuals and seeing characters that actually are fit in the world that they're inside of, just like unlike Final Fantasy VII. And then put that together with this beautiful ass music. Anyway, Quistis apparently is the teacher here. That's cool. Although, when you're starting a game, the last thing you want to do is be in school, right? So anyways, there's a field exam for seed candidates. We'll begin later this afternoon. One thing I want to point out about that word seed. When I first saw this game, I read that as CD because the D was capitalized. So, when let me also put this in perspective. The first time I saw this game, I was watching my brother play it. Yes, I watched him play 7 and 8 before I ever played either one myself. It wasn't until Final Fantasy IX that I played one without watching him play it. Anyway, so while I used to call them CDs, I learned that they're seeds because it makes sense based on where we are and how the game goes. Anyway, those not participating and those who failed last week's written test are to remain here in the study hall. Field exam participants will have free time until the exam. Just be sure you're in top condition. Meet in the hall at 1600 hours. I'll announce the team assignments there. Any questions? I don't think so. Oh, and Cypher? Do not injure your partner while training. Be careful from now on. Yeah, you damn right, bitch. I like how they sit next to each other in the back. I think that's funny. Field exam participants, I will see you all later. Alright, sounds good. Fuck you, Cypher. And Squall, I need to talk to you. Okay. Oh boy, you're in trouble with teacher now, Squall. Let's go see what Quistis wants. Quistis does seem kind of young for a teacher, does she not? We'll get more on that later. Anyway, let's talk to teacher real quick. You haven't been to the fire cavern yet, have you? You won't be able to take part in today's seed exam if you don't pass the prerequisite. I was gonna go this morning, but fucking Cypher's ass! By the way, Squall talks in his head a lot. Do you have a good excuse? Not really. Then let's get going. If you're not too confident yet, you can review your studies at the study panel. I'll be waiting at the front gate, so come down when you're ready. You can access the study panel from your seat. So obviously blue words in the text are like key words. One thing I want to point out about the study panel thing is they should make it more clear that you should go to the study panel no matter what. Because if you don't, you'll be missing out on some important things that you need to play this fucking game. So you go to your desk, turn that shit on. You can go to the tutorial. Actually, we have to go to the tutorial to start this off. Because if we don't, we won't get our GFs. So anyway, GFs registered to Squall are Quetzalcoatl and Shiva. The good thing is, though, we can rename them immediately. And yes, we are going to rename them. Both of them. And when we get more of them later in the game, we're going to rename all of them. So, first things first, let me explain this first GF. Basically, GFs are like summons. I'm not going to try to explain too much in this game, but GFs are like summons. We get to name them. This is the first time in any Final Fantasy game where you get to name the summons. This is like a giant electric bird. So those of you who know Pokemon should know exactly where I'm going with this one. Giant electric bird, Zapdos. This is right at the height of the Pokemon's beginning era, 98, 99 area, when Pokemon Red and Blue have exploded in America. And the show is awesome, and I loved it, all of it. My brother was playing this game, and he even asked me, he said, what's the name of that electric bird Pokemon thing? I was like, Zapdos? And he was like, that's what we're calling this. And I was like, fucking awesome. So, to keep tradition alive, I will name it Zapdos to go along with the first time I ever played this game. And also, we get a Shiva. Shiva is obviously the same ice bitch we've been seeing since the beginning of fucking Final Fantasy time. Shiva, while it is her name, let's not wear it out. Let's make up a name for her. And you know what? I'm trying to come up with these names ahead of time so I don't have to think too much. You know, she's an ice lady. And, or I say, she's frozen. Or she's an ice person, whatever. And she's a lady. She's kind of hot. Also, while she's cold. So I was going to call her Dead Ice. You should understand. She's dead ice. Shake, shake that ice, girl. Shake, shake that ice. So anyway, we can learn a bunch of stuff about the game, but I'm just going to show it to you as we go. I'm not going to read about tutorials. Come on now. One thing we can do here, though, besides that, is we can go to the basics and learn about... What do we learn in the basics? How to use a GF and all that stuff. No, we're good. Let's see what the garden is. You can learn a bunch of student rules and garden info. Man, you can learn so much shit from this. I don't really need to read any of this. None of this is really going to make any differences, I mean, to anything we're going to do here. We can learn about... You know, actually some of this is kind of funny. Let's see what some of this stuff is. The entrance ceremony, seed room, summer garden festival. Yeah, okay. I want to just see what some of these things are. Cafeteria announcements. Competition for the hot dogs and meals is getting really out of hand. We are doing our best to provide everyone with enough food, so please be patient and conduct yourselves in an orderly fashion. Thank you. As you well know, magic and weapons are prohibited inside the cafeteria. Well, that sucks. I wanted to beat somebody down for a hot dog. Disciplinary committee announcements. Follow all disciplinary committee rules. This applies to your junior classmen too. Do not bring animals inside the garden. Report seeing any unusual bugs in the garden. Do not litter. Okay. Those are awesome rules. Library committee announcements. The following materials are overdue. Please return them to the library immediately. Insect Guidebook, Color Edition, Raijin. Goodbye Poo Poo Run, Raijin. The following request materials have arrived. Edible Flowers, Turbine Engines, Revised Edition, We Meet Again Poo Poo Run, and The Sorcerer's Night, Scenario Edition. Cool. What about Garden Square? What is this? Your opinions are important to make our garden a better place. Write them down and place them in the drop box. I got first. Treppy's forever, baby. Man, I want to go out with her. Trep groupie number 1. Hey, Trep groupie number 1. You got a name, dumbass? I'm gonna kick your ass. What's your name? Oh, I'm so scared. I'm so scared, big loser. I should kick both of your sorry asses. This is not for your silly games. Got it? Zoo. Okay, so Zoo must be a chick. She is a chick. I don't want the disciplinary committees to get on my case, so I'm not writing my name. J.I. What? Who's J.I.? Who are you? Almacy. See, they're so nosy. Good thing I went with my initials. J.I. I'll go with initials too. Hey, does anyone know if the new hot dogs are good? I haven't tried them yet. Z.D. Oh yeah, they're the best. Man, you're missing out. M.S. Damn, I missed it again. Z.D. Hey, Z.D. You have your exam today, right? Good luck, man. M.S. Z.D. I hope you do well on your exam. Be careful, alright? Librarian. ZD. Those are initials we're gonna know very soon. School Festival Committee. What's this all about? I know this is a lot of random shit that we don't really need to know, but it's interesting details that I don't pay attention to too often when I play this game. Thanks for looking at this page, but there won't be any updates for a while. That's because I, the Garden Festival Chair, will be leaving Garden. I did not strive to be a seed, and I won't even graduate. I devoted all my time to the Garden Festival, my passion. But in the end, there was no Garden Festival. That's because no one volunteered to help out. But I have only myself to blame. I thought I alone could pull it off. I'll be starting a new life, but I sincerely hope someone will take over the Garden Festival Committee. Goodbye, Balam Garden. Wimbley Donner. So if I haven't already said, the place we are at, the school that we are in, is called Balam Garden. It says up there at the top, Balam Garden Network. Yeah, that's the name of the school. In fact, all the schools in the game are known as gardens. We will be seeing more than one of them, but for now, we're here in the one that we go to. At least the one that Squall goes to, we should say. Anyway, so let's follow Quistis out the door and follow her this way, because there's not really anywhere to go down the hallway that way. I'm late, I'm late, I'm late! What? Right into him. Squall was already standing there, and she ran right into him. What the hell, Beezy? Are you okay? There. Teehee, I'm fine. Sorry, I was kinda in a hurry. Oh yeah, hey, did you just come from that class? Is homeroom over? Oh no! This place is so much bigger than my last garden. Oh hey, hey! I just transferred here. Do you think you could give me a quick tour of this garden? Well, if we're gonna be an a-hole, make her learn it for herself, we could say don't have the time. But a good thing to do in the beginning, especially if you haven't played this game before, is to say sure, because you'll actually get a tour for yourself as well, and get a little bit more details about things. Things that Cloud already knows. I mean, Cloud. Here I am already fucking up the name. Squall already knows. But he'll be able to, you know, tell you the things that are already inside of his head. Things that you don't know, but he knows. But before you head to the elevator, talk to this guy. Oh, hey, would you like to have these? My brother gave me these cards, but they're really not my thing. You can have them if you'd like. What? How do you play a card game? I think it'd be best to look at the card gameplay explanation tutorial. I don't know really much about it. If you want to play cards with someone, talk to them by pressing B3. But keep in mind, not everyone is a card player. B3? God, I hate the fact that they have to weird out the buttons. I tried to make the buttons the same as the PS1 version, so let's hope I did. Anyway, he doesn't play, so don't bother challenging him. Anyway, he gives us 7 cards, and here's our menu. Cards... Where do I even begin? The card game in this game. I don't even know if I want to explain it right now. I'll explain it when I play my first card game. The name of the game is Triple Triad, and it's one of the reasons why this is my favorite Final Fantasy game. Like, hands down. Best minigame in any Final Fantasy game. Best minigame in any RPG game I've played. I mean, that's how much I love Triple Triad, the card game. So anyway, Squall's gonna come down here and show this random-ass chick the fucking directory so she can learn where everything is. And we're gonna explore this place for ourselves as well, but let's get to this. Well, this is it. Lamb Garden's pretty big. It's a good idea to check where you want to go and select it here. I have a question. How do you use this? Move the cursor and press B2. B2 is probably confirm. Next, I'll give a quick explanation of various facilities. Yes, sir! Dorms to the north. Obviously, students usually live there. Not many commute. Yeah, I'm in the dorms too. You can rest and change. We got northwest, we got cafeteria, There's always a big rush for the hot dogs. You better get used to waiting in line. Something about those hot dogs, man. They must be laced with crack. Then we got the northeast block. We got parking lot. Take the garden car, go on missions. The front gate is to the south. Very weird order that he went in. That's where I gotta go meet Quistis in a minute. Nothing. To the left, west block, we got the quad. There's a big event being planned there. It's the Garden Festival, I know. It's gonna be great. I'm planning to be on the committee. You wanna help out too? I'll think about it. Anyway, southwest we got the infirmary. That's where I was before, or I should say where Squall was before when he got his head busted open. Dr. Katawaki. To the east, we got the training center. It's actually a place where we can go fight enemies and level up. We'll be going there later. We'll be going to all these places. South of the east is the library. A lot of material. You can go there, read some books, do some things, do some stuff and some things, some things and some stuff. And then there's the second floor, which only has a classroom. And the headmaster's office is on the third floor, but you can't go there without permission. Got it. What's his name? Headmaster Sid. Here's this game, Sid, and immediately already got his occupation for this game. He's the headmaster of Mmmm Garden. Anyway, I think this chick has got it, and I guess we'll talk to her later. Shoot, yeah, we're taking the C exam today. What about it? I guess she's gonna take her test today too. Cool. See you later then, BZ. I'm trying not to read every bit of dialogue like I did. Well, okay, this is how I started Final Fantasy VII. I tried not to read a lot of dialogue, and then I ended up reading a shitload of the dialogue. So whatever I do, I'll just play it as I feel it. So anyways, I would go. I do want to check out some of the places right now, like some of these places in the garden, because there's a few of them where we might get some kind of scene. First thing we want to do though is go to the library, because we can actually pick up an item real quick. It's not a hugely important item right now, but you might as well pick it up as soon as you can. Pretty sure... Is it on? No, wait, hold on. I think it's actually... is it in... I swear it's in one of these bookshelves. Move out of the way, bitch. Okay. Is it here? Maybe it is. Maybe it is over here. I'm tripping. It is. It's on one of these bookshelves over here. I forgot it goes to another screen when you go to this. Okay, let's see here. No, I don't want to talk to you. No, I don't want to talk to you. I want to look at the fucking bookshelf. No, I don't want to talk to you. I'm trying to look at the bookshelf, but I thought there was a... I know there's a thing on this bookshelf. And don't try to tell me there isn't, because I know there is. There it is. Found it. Boom! The Occult Fan 1. There are 3 of these in the game. They're basically a magazine. I'll go ahead and show it to you real quick. They have to do with side quests. World's Mysteries Magazine Scoop Issue. Let's read it. Mysterious monster death. Odell Burke, 67 of Timber, was tending to his field when he found a dead monster after hearing a loud impact sound. Mr. Burke said it occurred while he was making a fence with steel pipes. So that's actually a clue of how we can get an item called a steel pipe later. It actually basically gives us a hint of what area of the world that item is actually being able to get, because steel pipes are an important item in the game. Anyway, there's a draw point here. No one can draw. Well, that's because we haven't junctioned any GFs. Let's junction a GF real quick, shall we? To use your magic summons, that's the word I'm looking for. To use your summons, actually I'm going to put Dad Ice on him, not Zapdos. And to even have abilities, you got to have summons junction, or GFs, Guardian Forces as they're known. Yeah, that's pretty much how this game is going to work. And then, so now we have draw equipped, so we can draw this draw point. Draw points will give you magic. Magic is actually a quantifiable item in this game, pretty much. It basically is an item, or I won't say items, but you can only have 100 of each spell. I just got 6 Isunas. Yeah, you can have up to 100 of each one. And, yeah, my goal will be to get 100 of every spell at some point so I can use them to junction. I'm not really going to explain how the junctioning works. I'm just going to do it to it, and you guys can just kind of learn from what I do. Do as I do and not as I say, kind of thing. Anyway, I thought this was a different chick. I thought that was somebody I knew. It's just a random seed. I don't know if she's a seed, but she's a random student. Anyway, this is the parking lot. I just passed the training center over there. The north here is the dormitory. None of these rooms areas are places I need to go now. They're all places I will be going later. One thing I want to check is the cafeteria over here and see if there's a scene. If there's no scene here now, we'll be back here for a scene later. I just want to see if the scene happens now, because there's a lot of random scenes that happen when you go to the cafeteria. Oh, here's one. This one should be fun. Cypher, drink. That girl talks in all caps. It's kind of weird. Can I drink something? I'd like some water, you know. Ignore. Cypher's like, what the f am I hanging out with? What? That bitch is scary, man. Yo, it's Skull, you bro. Oh yeah, Fujin's gonna treat you know. Want something? Rage. That's her move, rage. Fujin and Raijin, they were meant for each other. Oh, bro. Okay. Squall. Fujin's kinda harsh sometimes, so you better watch it too, you know. What? Oh, it's nothing. Just kick him in the shin again. What the who's this guy running around like a crazy man? Do you have any hot dogs left? You're a bit late, I'm afraid. We're all sold out. Shit. He was late for the dogs. Damn! Not again. It's hopeless if you don't get here early. Alright, I'll try again next time. Wow, well, truth that the hot dogs are hard to come by. Try to order more, but there's no guarantee. It's okay, bro. The hot dogs are super popular. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I like how all these guys are just watching him as he walks away. It's pretty funny. You know? Speeding. Let's go arrest that student for violation of academy regulations. Cypher, he's a douche. Affirmative. Roger, you know. God. I love the personalities that they give these guys, like Cypher's little crew. I like it. I like it. Okay, so that's pretty much all I really wanted to show inside the garden. So I think it's time we go meet Quistis at the gates so we can get on with this fire cavern thing that she was talking about. Otherwise, we won't be able to go on the seed mission, or whatever she called it. The field exam, that's what she called it, the field exam. This is our save points for the game, by the way, these little shiny-ass gold and blue things. I'm not going to use that one. I'm probably not going to save it until I go out in the world map, which, yes, we're going to get to the world map all up here in the first episode. Unlike Final Fantasy VII, where it took us like 10 episodes to get outside of Midgar and actually get ourselves out into the world map, we're going to get the world map immediately in this game. Albeit, the world map will be limited to us because we're on foot and we're kind of on a smaller area of land that with nowhere to go, really. But there's one thing I want to get to in this episode so I can do some stuff off screen in between episodes. First one and second one. Because you see how I'm drawing these spells and getting spells? Well, there's got to be a way I can get more spells. It's like, it's going to take time to accrue all these spells, and I want to do it off screen. Otherwise, you're going to have to watch me. That's not going to be fun. I have a few things to explain before we head off. GF gives us strength. The stronger the GF, the stronger we become. So here's a brief explanation of junctioning a GF. Do we have to? Can we skip this? Ugh. I already did it once. You guys saw me do it. Whatever. You junction the GF to people. Yeah, you use it to power up your abilities. You junction a GF. You have to pick a person to junction it to. You don't get any abilities if you don't junction any GFs. So keep that in mind. All you'll have is attack in battles if you don't have a GF junctioned. So let's just junction the GF. Why we have Ifrit right there, I'll never know because we haven't actually met Ifrit yet, but we will soon enough. Yeah. Zapdos selected, Zapdos equipped. That made us have HP and Vit J. Those have to do with stats. To boost your stats, you junction magic. It's pretty much, I mean, I think this is the part of the game that really off-puts people who don't like Final Fantasy VIII, is the junction system. It's not overly complicated, but it is a lot more work and a lot more things you have to think of and plan out. So I'll admit that it's not the easiest game to pick up and play, because it can be overwhelming, but I think the depth of this like this GF system and all these abilities, and then the junctioning of magic for all your stats and all that, I feel like that's the that depth in the setups for making your characters better is what makes this game, or part of what makes this game really great. Like, sure, it might be not easy to learn, but once you get it, man, it is so fucking fulfilling, I swear to Jesus. And yeah, so yeah, right now it's showing how to equip abilities. I already did this. I don't even know what. I'm not even really reading this. It's just taking forever. Actually, those are commands. We haven't actually gotten any abilities yet. I don't have magic plus 20 yet. We'll be getting it eventually. Right now, it's just giving me an example. Everything up okay and up until now? You can always check back by accessing tutorial from the menu. Okay, cool. So let's be off then. Once we get to the fire cavern, I'll explain how to junction magic. Use the command draw during battle and stock magic from your enemies. Be sure to have some stocked. Ready to go? The fire cavern used for the test is located east of here. Alright, so something she mentioned there. Make sure you have magic stocked up. Oh yeah, before we go anywhere, let me go ahead and equip that other GF to her so she has some abilities as well. Now, hold on. Let me get her some abilities. Don't forget to do this. One thing I want to point out real quick before I get too much into anything, the music right now is, I'm trying to get used to it because I know the music in this game really well, like already. And so hearing this like uncompressed version of the music in this is kind of throwing me off a little bit. I like it, but I gotta get used to it because it's, trust me, this music, as good as it sounds, did not sound anything like this in the original PS1 version. There's your fire cavern, but we want to run into some random battles before we get cracking in this game. I want to show you how the drawing of magic works because in between episodes, I'm gonna sit here and draw magic and get all of the fucking spells up to 100. All the spells that we can get right now. So right now there's 2 spells from this guy we can get. Let's see what they are. First one is Fire Spell. I'm at least going to show the first drawings of these enemies and then I'll do the rest off screen. The other spell he had was Scan. So now let's go ahead and kick this guy's ass because otherwise don't care. Now I'm not sure what button I have that set to. Buttons, it said B6, but I'm not sure which one I have set to B6. Is it not? I thought I had B6. I have to double check which button is labeled what for this game. Because otherwise I'm never going to be able to do extra damage with Squall. Because right at the beginning of that battle, Quistis basically said that if you press the B6 button right before you hit, it will do like extra damage. But for some reason, I don't think that button is what I think it is. So I'm going to have to figure out what button I have that set to. I actually might have that set to one of the joystick clicks. Anyway, I wanted to fight one of these guys as well because you can get the Cure spell from him, which we already got some of that from the drop point earlier. But you can also get Thunder. So I'll be fighting this guy a bunch off screen to make sure we get 100 Thunders, 100 Cures. I'm going to make sure I get 100 Fires and 100 Scans. I'm actually going to show at least one more battle right now. See if I can actually... I'm not sure which button I have it set to. I'm going to have to figure this out. So I want to be able to do extra damage. But regardless of that, I'm going to do this off screen for sure. Man, what button do I have that set to? I really need to figure it out. Because right now, Quistis is doing more damage than us, man. You disappoint right now, Squall. You disappoint. I don't know what button it is. What button did I set it to? By the way, the music in this game is so different. My God. It's throwing me off how much different this music is, by the way. Like, this winning music right here is nowhere near the same. So weird to me. Like, I don't know how much I'm going to be able to get used to this. I need to hurry up and end this episode, so... Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Okay, actually, this is another one of the enemies I wanted to fight, so this is fine. One thing I didn't talk about when I went into the menu, though, is the whole GF thing. When I was in the menu, I had to pick an ability for the GF to be learning at all times, because every time you win a battle, you get AP. The AP goes towards your GF's whatever ability they're learning. So the ability I wanted to learn first is actually Boost. So when we actually summon our GFs, we'll be able to make them stronger with what is known as Boost. I'll definitely be showing that off when I first use a GF. But then I'll be learning other abilities, such as maybe the ones that let me junction more magic to my skills, and things like that. So, I mean, I'll pretty much just show you what I've learned off screen. I think it is that button, I'm just not timing it right. I think I have it set to the correct button, which on my controller right now is technically R1, or the right bumper on the Xbox controller. But, yeah. You'll get it as we go. I mean, for those of you who haven't played this before, we'll get it as we go. For those of you who have played this before, these explanations are lost on you. So anyway, the last enemy I want to take on in this episode is actually here on the beach. And then you'll have seen all the enemies I'm going to be drawing from off on my own time. And that'll be that. So this is the last enemy we're going to fight. These are known as Fasticolin Fs. F because they're on fire and they're underwater. Or under sand, I should say. So let's see them. Hey, look, it's like a little fiery floating phoenix fish. Fiery floating phoenix fish. Sleeps. Make sure you get yourself a nice little set of sleeps, because sleep is a very nice spell to have. And I will definitely be showing why it's a nice spell to have later. So anyways, I don't even know if I have to finish this battle, but I probably should. I should probably not end this episode in the middle of a battle. Let's finish this battle, and that'll be the end of this episode. I think I just have to get the timing right. I think it is that R trigger or whatever. The R but the right bumper. It's definitely the button, I'm pretty sure. I just don't have the timing down anymore, man. I had it down so well on the PS1 version. This battle music is so different. I think I'm just hearing parts of the battle music that they just didn't have in the PS1 version because they were compressed out of it. Now you actually get to hear every instrument and it just sounds perfect. Because it still sounds really good. It's just not something I'm used to. Yeah, it's definitely that button. I just have to time it better. Since it has a click to it, because it's the right bumper, not a button. It's definitely a different feel on the button. So anyway, let's get rid of this other fast hit colon. I think there's an easy way to kill these guys, actually. So maybe, wait, can we... No, he doesn't have any spells I want to use on him. Let's just go ahead and hit him with, like, a Blizzard spell. I just said I didn't want to use Blizzard, now I'm going to use Blizzard. Okay, well, whatever. Let's try Fire on him if Blizzard sucks. I'll show you how magic works. So every time you use magic, it actually uses one of your spells. So, like, even though I've drawn some, I'm using it, so... Yeah, you have to take that into account when you're using your spells. When you use spells that are junction, you start losing some of your stats. So keep that in mind for spells you want to use. Should you have them equipped? Probably not if you're going to use them. So keep that in mind. I've said that about 30 million times in this episode, but don't care. Because as soon as this episode's over, I can get to work before we go to the fire cavern. The fire cavern will be when we really start getting into this and just have all sorts of fucking fun. Because, my god, am I so excited to start this Let's Play? You guys have no fucking idea. I'm so glad I'm starting it right away, too. No long gap between 7 and 8 like I had between 6 and 7. F that shit. Jumping right into this. So anyway, the big reason I wanted to fight those guys is to show you that they give you 6 AP. And I already got boost for Zapdos and Dead Ice. So, on my own time, which will be probably right now, literally, I will be learning a couple of these junction abilities, hopefully, while I'm also going to be drawing magic in the process of this. I'm going to at least try to learn something. I don't want to have nothing. Yeah. We'll be doing that, and for her, we'll probably work it on strength. Strength's an awesome one to have. Alright, so... in the next episode, we go to the fire cavern, and I'll have all those magic spells drawn and they're ready to go. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!